country and in the region. As you all know, Mr. Odinga is Kenya's foremost Democrat. He has devoted his life to fighting for this country, to fighting for good governance, to fighting for democracy, and to fighting for human rights. This time round, he is making another stab at the presidency. Alongside him will be Kenya's foremost progressive female politician, Martha Karua. The two of them carried forward the aspirations and the hopes of the people of this country. In Mr. Odinga, we see a future for this country, a future of equality, a future of opportunity, a future of prosperity, and a future of a government that is clean. Those are the issues that Mr. Odinga has fought for, so that no matter, as I've said before, where a Kenyan is born, whether that Kenyan is born in Mandera, in Marsabit, they have the same chance as a person who is born in Nyeri or in Kiambu. I want to say secondarily that by picking Ms. Karua as his running mate, Mr. Odinga has shown his faith and fidelity to the women of this country. Today, I think you can agree with me that when young women and when young girls in the villages of this country look to the ticket, they see Ms. Karua and they see themselves in her. And I think I just want to say that, as you know, ours is a national election. We are looking for the votes of everyone. We are going to every part of the country. But I just want to say that since the naming of Ms. Karua, you've all seen a seismic shift in the nature of this race. She has brought energy, she has brought breadth and strength to the ticket in such a way that even those areas that were a challenge to us are now turning towards us. When we look at the state of the race today, what we see, quite frankly, is that we see a smooth sailing for us on August 9th, because we believe that Kenyans will choose the right path. We also see on the other side a ticket of individuals who have been the bane of this country's progress. I've said before that the top of that ticket, that is the Uda ticket of Mr. Ruto and Mr. Gachagua, is a ticket that will take this country backwards. And I'm sure that Kenyans, when they vote, when they wake up to vote on August 9th, will make the right choice. When we look at the state of the race, what we see, quite frankly, is that we do not see a path forward in this campaign for Mr. Ruto to State House. We do not see a path forward. You all know that several days ago, the Right Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka resolved to join Azimio. And I want to say that Mr. Musyoka's return to Azimio completes our ticket and makes certain our victory on August 9th. And we would like to thank him for coming back home. So tomorrow morning, as I said, we are going to go to the Bomas of Kenya. We'll present our papers, and from there we shall proceed to Nakuru for a series of rallies. On Monday in the evening, I think from about 3 o'clock to about 9 o'clock, we shall convene here. You can see the pavilion that is being prepared. We shall convene here to unveil our manifesto. And our manifesto, I just want to give you a preview, seeks to create a caring state, a state that will give everyone an opportunity in this country. We are looking at a platform that seeks to grow our economy, to give every person a chance to realize their God-given gifts. In particular, we are interested in uplifting the youth of this country, who constitute the majority of our people. We are looking to uplift our artisans and workers in the Juakali sector. We are also looking to uplift the fortunes of women in this country, to combat ills like domestic violence, to make sure that every child who is a girl, every girl child, gets a chance to go to school, to become an equal partner in the journey that is Kenya. And so that is a manifesto that we are going to be unveiling on Monday, and we hope that Kenyans and others will join us on this platform as our candidate, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, leads us in the unveiling of that manifesto. So I think I will stop there and ask you if you have any questions, which I'll be happy to take. You have no questions? Have I exhausted every issue that that perhaps you had on your minds?
Perhaps you comment about the issue to do with the complaint that has been raised by the Kenya Kwanza about the rigging of, or rather the interference with the register.
Yes.
Number two, they have also accused some state officers, particularly the CSS, for allegedly campaigning for Azimio flag bearer. What would you have to say about that?
Well, you know, it's the silly season, of course, and so you do expect in this season for accusations and counter-accusations to be flying back and forth. I have heard those accusations by the UDA brigade about perhaps the integrity of the IBC systems. We ourselves, as you know, have been in touch with the Chairman Chebukati and others within the IBC. We have raised a number of issues about the elections. We would like to see the voters register. We would like to make sure that that register is has integrity and is verifiable, that every name on that register is properly there. My understanding is that the register is undergoing an audit, and Mr. Chebukati has promised us that that register will become available on the 9th of June. We look forward to seeing it. We look forward to auditing it ourselves for our own purposes. Secondly, questions have been raised about the coverage of 3G in various parts of the country for the August 9th elections. We want to make sure that every polling station in this country, all the agents in those stations, are able to transmit the results of the elections directly from themselves to the tallying center. And so we want to make sure that the IEBC is working with other stakeholders to provide for 3G coverage all over the country. We do not want to have any questions about the elections, about the integrity of the elections. We also want to make sure that the ICT systems within the Commission are impeccable, so that they cannot be compromised. So those are the issues that concern us. We are working with them. We shall continue to work with them to verify those systems to make sure that they are fine. I do not know the kinds of questions that you are raising that have been raised by the other side. What I do know is that Mr. Ruto has been deputy president for almost 10 years, and he has campaigned using government resources for those 10 years. You know that he resides in a tax-funded residence in Karen, and I'm sure you are all aware that he's been holding political meetings there, feeding people, and so on and so forth. So he is hardly one that we can take seriously when he raises a question about people using state resources to campaign. He has no moral ground to raise such a question. he should first of all answer those questions himself before he can raise a finger against anyone else. Any other question? Okay. So let me just say, as I leave, to Kenyans, we are looking to a historical election on August 9th. My compatriots, I ask you on that day to vote not with your hearts, but to vote with your heads. Most importantly, vote with your heads. Make sure that the choice that you make for president on that day is a choice that is informed by your own evaluation of the two candidates. Vote for the person who's going to stand with you. Vote for the person who has stood with you. Vote for the person who has always fought for you. And that person, of course, is Raila Amolo Odinga and the Right Honorable Martha Karua. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Asante sana.
Okay. Kidogo tu. Nafanya outro. Well, that has been Azimio la Umoja Secretariat articulating some of the issues that have been brought to them. One of them that has been raised, or rather what has been communicated by Professor Makau Mutua, is the distinction between the choice of deputy candidates in the coming August 9th election. He's also touched on the item of who to trust. Additionally, he also mentioned that he has also talked about the voter register and said that they are in talks with IEBC chairman Wafula Chebukati to make sure that the integrity of that register is observed and everything will go smoothly. Additionally, he's also mentioned that tomorrow in the same venue, this is Nyayo Stadium, they're going to have a delegates conference where they are going to roll out their manifesto and what exactly they want to do moving forward. This has been Marvin Gakonyi with Kenyans.co.ke. Keep it here for all the live updates. Until next time, bye-bye.